Hey everyone, welcome to the weekly astrology and pick a card reading. This is for September 13th through to the 19th, 2021. I'm going to talk about the astrology and then I'm going to do the pick a card section of the reading. Just to mention a couple of quick things before I get into it. If you'd like to book a reading with me, the turnaround time at the moment is 9 to 16 business days. I've had to take off my store the fast turnaround reading just because I'm extremely busy at the moment. But everything else is on there at the moment. What was the other thing I was going to say? Let me think. What else? Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Sorry, it's just like, oh, slow day today. I was just going to mention that for those that haven't seen that video, I posted another video on this channel last week, which was just what do your guides and angels have to say, or what messages from your guides and angels are there at the moment for you. And that's just on this same channel. If it's probably actually it's the last video I did, so not everybody saw that. Some people saw that, and that's a general pick a card reading, different to the weekly. So check that out if you haven't already. For this week, this is for September 13th to the 19th, 2021. A few things this week, no major things this week. We do have the full moon coming up next week though, so I'll mention that because some people do feel, especially towards the end of this week, the build up to the full moon next week, because it does actually happen early next week on Monday, I believe. So, and that will be a full moon in Pisces next week. But you know, if you're sensitive, you may feel that energy building up this week. And other stuff going on this week, Mercury, the planet of communication, is making a square to Pluto this week, and that energy can feel kind of stressful mentally. So it is really important when we have things happening like these kind of transits that affect the mind, because Mercury affects the mind, affects communication and short distance travel, and it affects, you know, all kinds of communications that we have, to ground yourself, okay? Because this energy can make us feel, when there's a lot of Mercury energy, we can feel very much up in our heads. So do get grounded, if you know, by getting out to nature, putting your feet on the ground, on the grass. Walking on the grass is good too. That helps to sort of like decharge a lot of ions, you know, get the good energy sort of flowing and feeling more centered and calm. I find that when I do that, I just feel very calm. It's really healing. So that's a tip for the energies with Mercury this week. Also on Sunday at the end of this week, Mercury in Libra is going to trine with Jupiter in Aquarius. That's actually on Sunday. That's a very nice transit. It's some good news energy, and that will be influencing positively anyone that has anything around 22 degrees of an air sign. So 22 degrees of Aquarius, Libra or Gemini, or close to, or can be close to 22 degrees, doesn't have to be exactly on. So say between 21 and 23 degrees. That's on Sunday. As I mentioned last week, Venus is in Scorpio from last week into this week. So this is deepening our feelings. It can deepen connections with others, can have us feeling more of a sense of intimacy in our close relationships, or a sense of deeper connection. With Venus in Scorpio, Venus also relates to money, finances. So it can have us feeling a little bit like we either want to spend a lot of money or just try to save, and sort of flip-flopping between or going to extremes. So just be aware of that. Aware of overspending, or being, you know, obviously it's good if you can save money, but be careful of overspending with Venus in Scorpio, because it is an energy, Scorpio is an energy of extremes, and Venus is actually not well placed in Scorpio. It's in its detriment sign, which is a bit difficult for it. So also what that can do is it can make us a bit obsessive with our feelings. It can be a bit obsessive on the darker end of the scale with our relationships. So just something to be aware of there as well. And what else do we have? Thursday this week, Mars shifts signs. So Mars moves out of Virgo into Libra. So I find that Mars in Virgo, which we've just had, it can be a bit finicky, a bit neurotic, a bit obsessed with health and the details too much. It can be a neurotic energy and a worrying energy. With Mars moving into Libra, it can be more peaceful. It can feel more laid back and help you relax a little bit more. So if you've been feeling uptight from Thursday, Mars moving into Libra, unless, you know, you're someone that's got like an early degree, 0, 1 degree Libra sun, then you're going to feel more revved up with this energy. But As a general thing in the collective, Mars going to Libra is more social, it's more relaxed, and people are just going to want to socialize. People are just going to want to enjoy life, because Libra is about, it's ruled by Venus, so it's about the beautiful things of life, and it's about beauty, serenity, the arts, creativity. So you may find this is more of a creative time if you're into something like that. It's a more social time where you crave company more, and you want to spend time with loved ones, and you want to relax and enjoy. So Mars in Libra also relates to justice, fairness, equality, and, as I said, social connection. So those were the main things this week. Let me see, there was something else I've missed, sorry. Wednesday to Saturday, the Sun in Virgo will trine with Pluto in Capricorn, so this is actually good for personal empowerment from Wednesday to Saturday. If you've been doing something that's work related, you may see something very positively come about between Wednesday and Saturday, because this energy can be efforts that you've put in coming to fruition, or feeling more empowered around your goals and putting more energy and effort into study, work, routine, health, personal empowerment, career. So also Wednesday to Saturday is a good day to follow up on things or to make headway with things, whether it's following up on job search inquiries, organising interviews, organising work collaborations, organising personal projects, or putting more efforts in to push forward with your personal goals, career, and things that you want to achieve. It's a bit of an ambitious energy that's, you know, as you act on it, you will see that things can come to fruition. All right, so let's get into the cards section for this week. So as you can see, I've got the Astro dice. So I'm going to show you what decks I have. This is the Magic of the Unicorns Oracle, which is this one here. Haven't used that before actually on the weekly reading. This is the, I don't have the box for this. This is the Mythic Tarot. And this is the Angel Answers deck, which is this one here. Okay, so let me see. Who am I going to do first this week? I think I'm going to do the earth signs. That's what I'm feeling. And then I'll do water, air, and fire. Okay. Just going to have a sip of water before I start, though. Been feeling a bit tired today. I don't usually feel that way, but let me just drink my water. I went for a big jog this morning, and that could be why. And I didn't drink enough water, so I just did that. All right, so earth signs first. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So, oops, tarot card first for the earth signs. This one's jumping out. I'll just turn it over and get started. Oh, earth signs have an earthy card, the Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. So gradual progress this week for the earth signs on what you want to achieve. Trust, very key. Yep. Seems very appropriate. And the unicorn oracle for the earth signs. This one wants to come out. I could feel it. Cosmic sapphire. Act with honor and integrity. Speak your truth. Yeah, see, the sapphire relates to the throat chakra. Okay. So just want to make sure you can see this. Yep, it's all good. Just move that. Okay. So this is saying this week, trust in the progress that you're making. Okay, it might be slow and steady, but you are making progress. Trust comes up as a key thing because you may be having anxiety, you may be having worries and focusing on the negative, like I don't have this or I need to have that, I'm not making enough headway in my life. All these questions and all these anxieties and fears could be coming up. Spirit's saying to trust, okay? And this card, interestingly, you know, look at that. It's a 33, which is a master number. And says again, act with honor and integrity and speak your truth. So this is the blue relating to the throat chakra. So there might be something where you have to speak up this week, or you feel like speaking up about something. It could be something quite personal, I'm feeling. So it might be with regards to a family member or someone close to you that you need to just feel like you need to be heard about something. You may need to, some of you may need to vent some difficult emotions. But the key here this week is slow and steady and keep going forward, okay? And don't give up, because there's things that you can't see that will come to fruition down the track. That's why that card's come up. Let's look at the Astro dice for you guys. So you guys have, interesting, Pisces in the 12th house. The 12th house is the Pisces house ruled by Neptune. And this can indicate a desire to escape reality, a desire to kind of also get in touch with your intuition or get in touch with spiritual aspects of your life, psychic phenomenon, paying attention to your dreams, creativity, switching off your mind and just going into having more sleep or getting more rest. These energies are the energies of retreat, of rest, of allowing yourself to have a break from things. Don't feel like you always have to push all the time. That is an earthy thing sometimes, especially Capricorn and Taurus can tend to sort of, and even Virgo too, can tend to think, oh, the more I do, the better it's going to be. But sometimes if you're just blindly pushing ahead and you're not kind of stopping and reflecting, that can be problematic, because you kind of maybe feeling like you're hitting up against the same problem, or you're not actually feeling like you're really truly getting somewhere. You're just kind of repeating behaviors or repeating actions or repeating a way of doing something or a way of interacting with someone. So the 12th house here with Pisces also asks you to reflect, to self-reflect this week, okay? And yes, there are things you need to communicate to someone this week as well, and you may be reflecting on all that. You also have the North Node here, so that's very key. For some of you, you may feel this week is a pivotal week in some way, okay? You may feel that this week there are things, or there is something that happens that helps to open up your awareness to something to do with your future. It could be a contact with somebody. It could be a communication that you have that's very important. It could be a spiritual insight that gives you insight about your future. It could be an intuition that gives you an insight about your future. But there's definitely something here that's future orientated with the North Node coming up here. And it seems to be coming from something deep within you, or some hidden information being revealed, or spirit giving you an insight, or your intuition giving you an insight. It could also be a creative idea that sparks something for your future. Okay, so that's for the earth signs. Interesting messages there. Okay, so who's next? We've got the water signs next. So let's have a look for Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Oh, this one's already jumping out. 8 of Wands, which is the traveling card. Interesting. But it's also the card of things happening quickly this week, or a lot happening. A lot of news, or, it could be some focus on the 2 dolphins here. It could be you hear from somebody that has a lot to say, or there's a big conversation that happens that feels like it's progressive. Could be contact with people at a distance or overseas. Water signs. What else do we have for the water signs this week? Soul satisfaction, 23. Honor your uniqueness. Do what makes you feel good. Okay. So straight away when I looked at this card and I read do what makes you feel good, for some reason I heard the word guilt. Okay. This could be for some Pisces people out there, because Pisces tend to feel guilty over a lot of things. Neptune energy can have people feel, extra sensitive and empathic about other people's experience of life and taking on other people's issues. So there could be something with family here, because we have the mum and dad and the child. So there's something about wanting to connect with family, missing family, or feeling a longing around family. There's a lot of spiritual energy around your family this week, water signs. So this could be your mum and dad. This could be anyone in the family. And 23, however, is a very independent number. It adds to a 5. 5s can be about energy that's on and off. It's a bit of an unstable number 5. But it's also an independent energy. So there may be something where you feel disconnected from families for some of you because of the 5 energy. And you have to do what is right for you right now, is what I'm getting here, okay? So don't feel bad if you've had to pull back from something to do with family, or if you feel like you wanted to connect with family but you couldn't, or you wanted to spend more time but you couldn't, or you're missing someone. It could be something like that. I am drawn to the male figure here, and there feels like there's an energy around. This could just be for one person. There's something around someone's father, or someone feeling like some issues coming up with their father, or maybe their father is going through a difficult time. The light around the heart center is drawing my attention, and I'm feeling that energy. So yeah, this could be someone having some anxiety around a father connection. But there's a very spiritual energy around this, saying that spirit is taking care of things. You don't have to put everything on your shoulders. Okay, so that's what I'm getting. And there's one more card that I have to get in the Astro Dice. So, but there is some communication for some people, there's communication with people at a distance, so family at a distance. I don't know why I just heard Scorpio then. So, and look, that could be for one particular Scorpio, but it could also be for all of the water signs. You may be thinking of a trip, or wishing that you could take a trip, or wanting to visit a connection with someone at a distance from you. So there could be someone that you miss, because again, it's like soulmates here. There's someone that you miss who's at a distance, I'm feeling. Okay, let's see what this, get more information. Interesting. I recall this card came up last week, I think. I don't know if I might be wrong about that. It just looks really familiar, unless it came up in the other reading that I did. I'm not sure, but get more information is interesting. So it's asking you to look into things more deeply before taking action. This is a very rushed energy as well. So it's kind of asking you to hang on a second, you know, pace yourself this week. There could be things happening quickly, or you may feel pressured to take action quickly. That could be another thing, okay? And it could be related to work or family or situation involving your security, your home, your stability. But it's saying get more information before you jump into something. Okay, let's see what the Astrology say for water signs. 7th house Mercury. See, yeah, interesting. So that relates to what I was, and the Sagittarius relates too, because that's Sagittarius is about people at a distance and long distance travel, long distance connections. Okay, and then Mercury's communications, and 7th house is other people in your life that are important. So that relates to everything that I just said there. So there's definitely something about, for some of you, communication with someone at a distance, someone overseas, could be friend, family, or otherwise. Could be trying to find out something around travel arrangements, or because Mercury in Sag can relate to long distance travel. Also, it's about information, like as in news or political things going on at a distance. So possibly looking at what's happening in other countries that relates to you or affects you in some way is what I'm feeling with that. Okay, let's move on. Let's go to the air signs. Okay, so Gems, Libra, Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Too many cards. Just one card. Oh. Okay, there we go. 8 of Cups. Walking away from something, Gems, Libra, and Aquarius. I wonder what you're walking away from. Usually the 8 of Cups relates to something that you've known about for a long time, or something along those lines. Something in here, I can feel it. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This one. In the near future. Okay, and one more card. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The freedom of truth. Communicate honestly. Be who you truly are. Wow. So there's a situation that you feel like you've had to sort of step away from or move away from in some way, whether it's a work situation or a particular person around you, because you feel like you're not being understood for who you truly are. And there's positive change coming in the near future with this card. So the angels are helping you to move forward away from something. See, there's a lot of dark energy on this card. And the moon can indicate some confusion. So there may have been a situation around you that was emotional because of the cups. And the moon indicates confusion or lack of clarity, or not being able to see the situation clearly for what it really is. But she's moving away from that now. So she's moving into the freedom of her personal truth and honest communication. So if there was a situation where you felt you couldn't communicate honestly, you feel like you're wanting to move away from that. Let's see what the Astro dice say for the air signs. 6th house, Pisces, interesting. And the South Node, ooh, interesting. So definitely a letting go energy here. For some people, it's a work situation because we have the 6th house. For some people, it's with Pisces and 6th house, it was letting go of something that you felt like you had to fix or save someone or help someone, or there was a karmic debt with the South Node here. The South Node indicates karmic debts from past lives. So there could have been for some people a relationship or work colleagues or a work situation that you've decided to, or you're in the process of moving away from, because it no longer resonates with your personal truth. You feel like you fulfilled the karma there. Okay, so that's really what I'm just getting for this week. If that message didn't resonate for you, if you're an air sign, sun, moon, or rising, you can also check the other rising or moon for the other placements for earth, water, or fire. But I was just getting a very straightforward message. So obviously these are general readings. They're not going to be for everyone, but that's what I was getting for air this week. And lastly, for fire signs. Okay, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. What's coming up this week? What are the energies this week? Aries, Leo, Sag. Just want to pop out like that. There we go. Oh, 2 came out. Huh. Okay, so look, I don't usually get to unless they really come out together. Knight of Wands, fire energy. So we have Aries, Leo, Sag, male. Death card, some kind of big change around you this week. You know, the Death card symbolizes endings, new beginnings, big change, okay? So, interesting. I mean, look, this can be positive. Don't take it so heavy because the Death card is Scorpio energy. You could be dealing with someone that has Scorpio energy. You could be dealing with a situation that is in the process of changing, you know, in a significant way. And, you know, it's maybe leading to something better, okay, for you, which it probably is, I'd say. You may have to trust in the process that you're in, even if it's challenging on some level. Fire signs. Okay, last message. Within the next few months. Wow. So the changes that you're experiencing or that you get a heads up about this week are actually going to further change within the next few months from now. And I actually feel like that's positive. Ultimately, it's leading you to where you need to go. So see how this person's face this way and this one's face this way. It could actually indicate that you may feel that you were headed in one direction, but something happens that kind of leads you to a different direction. Okay, let's look at the astro dice for the fire signs. Mercury, Scorpio. Oh, said, well, that knocked it over, but it landed on Scorpio, then it went to Virgo. But interesting, because this card is Scorpio. Ninth house relates to beliefs, and Mercury, ninth house. Okay, so you may feel very much like you need to express something this week. You may feel like you need to talk to someone about what you're feeling, because with these things, Mercury is your thoughts, but Scorpio is deeper feelings, right? And so you may be going through a lot emotionally this week. The ninth house could be reaching out to someone at a distance, or someone that lives, you know, far away from you, another country, or, you know, something like that. But you may need to journal your emotions this week. You may need to talk to someone. You may feel confronted by something that's happening in the world around you. You may want to publish something, because Mercury and the ninth house is about publishing things that relate to scorpionic themes, like deep things going on in the world, deep things that are moving you and stirring you up and making you feel very compelled to share this information. It can be also deep communications with people this week. So that's what I'm getting. But whatever's happening this week has an impact on the next few months for you. All right, guys. So that was the reading this week. Thank you so much for watching, and have a fantastic week. Talk to you next time. Bye.